Here we are, episode 4.
Woo!
I love
crazy.
this. Is like my favorite thing to do for the image.
But like
the whoopity.
That's the only reason we do it.
It is. It's
so we have a good image.
So we have a good picture to put on the YouTube thumbnail. That is why we do the little hand motions.
Only reason. I never talk with my hands.
Never.
It's very solemn speaking over here.
Yeah, totally. That's what I completely know about you. So welcome to Family Tech Talk. Today's topic, we're super excited about this one, is technology addiction.
Yeah.
Because I think all of us suffer from that just a little bit.
Yeah. Excited meaning I realized I have a problem.
Yeah. I definitely have a problem. First step is admitting you have a problem.
Right. See, I'm just on step
You're halfway there. You're so good. But what we are not going to touch on today is pornography addiction, because that's just a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
And that's a whole podcast, really. So we'll do that at another date. It's in this little jar of topics whoop, whoop, that we will select from. So maybe it'll be next week.
It could be next
Maybe it'll be like 20 weeks from now.
We never know.
You don't know what the next topic's going to be until you pull it out of the jar.
Yes.
But yeah, technology addiction. So obviously many people suffer this.
Yeah.
Kids, adults, everybody. You're glued to your phone.
Oh, yeah.
24/7. Your phone is such a useful tool that, like, you just use it a lot.
And it's like good useful, right? Like
Right.
we all use our phones for everything. But then there's the other, like not so useful anymore, past that. And I think that's where we're getting is.
For sure. And I've tried, so I'm going to talk about a couple apps too. You probably found some too. And when I tried out some of these apps, like, it would tell me, like, hey, you've unlocked your phone too many times today. And I'm always like, but I really need it this time.
I'm the worst. Okay, unlocking. I'm just going to talk about it. The unlocking thing, though, I unlock and then lock it again because something, like, happened and I need to focus.
Right. Yeah.
So that stressed me out so much because I'll unlock it, like, 5 times before I actually get to doing something on my phone.
Right.
And it's like, are you sure?
Are you sure
you want to
unlock
unlock it again?
this?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I totally want to. Stop bugging me. Stop judging me, Netflix. That's what I always say.
When
are you still watching?
Yes, I
am. Stop judging me. We'll get to that a little bit later. So what apps were you using then?
So I tried, this started a little bit because I knew that I probably was growing into the addiction zone with my tech usage, specifically my phone. And it's because I would find, and my husband can he's upstairs, by the way. That's what for those on watching us.
My ethereal husband.
He actually started pointing it out, and I started to feel bad where we'd be out with friends, and there'd be like that lull in conversation, and I'm like, well, I'm going to check something really quick. And so I started off with Space.
That's definitely when I was.
And that was the one where I liked it because it. I took my notes because I tried so many. It managed the unlocks and the time on the phone, so you could kind of see. It's like I feel like it's like the entry level of like managing what's happening.
Right.
But it was the unlocking that like stressed me out just so much.
Yeah.
That I probably tried it for a day. It probably was a day, like a work day.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it anymore just because it stressed me out so much about the unlocking judgment.
I'm sorry.
I can't do it.
So you can definitely set different settings for that. But that's what I thought when I, was unlocking too much and like it was giving me notifications. And like I could change that setting and then I'm like, but then why do I even have it installed?
Yeah, that's kind of weird because I think I had it at like 30 unlocks.
Yeah, I think that's where I was too.
Like,
30's no problem.
And then you'd get to like 19 before 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I can't.
This is not gonna go well. Yeah. So because I could ponder that, like, I could increase my limit, and then I'm like, but then why do I even have this installed?
Right. Which I think was like, again, it's a good beginning app.
Yeah.
But I think if you need a little bit more help in it, like I do, that it maybe could get some of the other apps that were out there.
Yeah, for sure. So Space is a really good one. You just look for it in the Google Play Store or the App Store.
Yeah.
Did you see any others that you really liked?
So the one that I'm using right now, actually, that I really like is called App Block.
Interesting.
And so what that one does is it's a very simple app and notification block.
Okay.
And what it does is you can set up time or location based. So that like if you go to work and you want to try to be more focused at work, you could say if I enter this geofence or this, you like put it on the map, this regional area, block the apps. Got it. Or time. So what I started doing was from the hours of like 8 to 11:30, which is when I take my lunch at work, I would block all the apps.
Sure.
And then I'd get time between lunch. So 11:30 to 12:30, gave myself about an hour. I could use the apps, and then it would block again until I left at 4.
That's nice.
Which was really nice.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't love about it is that, or I don't, is that I can't pause the blocking, which you can in some.
Sure.
Which is nice because I found...
Like sometimes I really need to know.
Yeah, like we bought something and I was trying to show it to someone on Instagram and I was at work and I was like, I got to show you in like an hour when it unblocks. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like
I'm a child and I have to put these things on my phone.
I have to manage my phone. So that I don't love, but then also again, I can't unblock it. Like I can't unblock it, which is nice because then it's somebody else telling me what to do as an adult, which I love.
Which I just love. That's awesome. I also tried Thrive, Samsung Thrive. It's specifically for Samsung phones. And it like you can set up like Thrive time, which will block like anything and things like that, and give you a report on what apps you're using the most and things like that. So I really liked Thrive as well.
That's cool. I didn't even see that one. I should look at that one because I like data.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing with App Block is it doesn't have necessarily the reports.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I love that part.
Yeah, because then you can go see like, I spent 5 hours on Facebook.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, that's when you like hits you right here.
And you're like, yeah, I have a problem.
I don't even kind of want to know how long I've spent on Facebook.
I mean, that's probably good that I don't have the reports then because...
It's a little too much.
It is a little much.
Did you research any other ways to...
Those are kind of my main ones.
Okay, so those are apps
yes.
that you can use to help. I kind of listed out a couple habits that you could probably like try to help. So like a charging break. So like instead of making your charger like super accessible, you can like have your charger in a way. So it gives you a break. You're like, okay, my phone is low, I need to charge it, and then it also kind of just gives you a natural break from your device.
That's actually cool. I have started doing this in a way. Because we have wireless chargers now.
Right.
And so at night, I would plug my phone in and I would sit on my phone and stuff, but now I can't.
Oh, sure.
Because it has to sit on the wireless charger. So
I
that's
just keep
actually...
grabbing it from the wireless charger. That doesn't help me at all.
I'm like lazy because I'm like, nah, it's too far and I don't want to touch it. It's like...
I'll be at like 3% and I'm like, okay, I just gotta grab it for another and then I can put it back.
Just for 2 seconds.
It's fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I like that. I do have, the funny thing is we have like chargers all over anyway, but
if you moved them somewhere.
That's a good idea. I really like that.
And then setting up no tech zones. So like in your kid's bedroom or something, this is a no technology zone, or like at the dinner table, like another no technology zone. So just setting up like different areas in the house where like if you enter this area, you can't bring your devices.
I really like that a lot, actually.
Thanks. Sometimes I have good ideas.
To tie in as well to that, something I've seen is that people, when you go out with friends, they will put all the phones in like a basket, and the first person to reach for their phone pays for everybody.
Yes.
So that's super cool.
I love that idea. No, that's such a good one. Like it not only works like at restaurants, you could do that at like your house. You could have a basket or something right by your door. Say, put all your devices here.
Yep, and the first one that reaches for it.
Like
something.
They have to go buy the pizza or like bring ice cream over the next time or something. Anyway, so those are like habits that you could create to help. And then finally, there's like phone features that you could do to help. So obviously, that app blocker helps you disable notifications. On a time, but you can go into different apps. Like if you're constantly distracted by Facebook notifications, you could go into Facebook and disable notifications for that. But it's more granular. You have to disable the notifications for each app.
Yeah, and that's what I did actually with my smartwatch.
Oh, nice.
Is because I just got this. It's the Vivo Active 3.
Vivo Active 3. We both have Vivo Active devices. Mine looks different than yours.
I think mine's, I don't.
Well, yours is the black one.
Yeah, mine's the music. So maybe that's why.
Music. Maybe that is why. Yeah.
But I knew from when I had my other smartwatch, the Samsung one, that I had Instagram, Facebook, everything there. So I kind of did that where when I did this, I was like, only necessities.
Yeah.
Only like
text messages and
So I'm not like,
what's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, look, Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that. Just totally blocking the notifications.
Yeah. You can do that. And then the other thing I read, I haven't even tried it myself, but research shows that it works. If you change your phone using the disability settings to a monochrome, it's not as fun to look at. And so, because the pull of the phone is how pretty it is.
It is very pretty.
And it's just so nice to browse around. But when you pick it up and it's all black and white, and you're like, meh, this is boring, and then you put it back down.
I'm very intrigued by that. Yeah. Because I want to try it. But I like my
don't.
I like my phone.
But my phone's so pretty.
It's so nice to look at all the pictures.
Yes. Yeah, so I haven't tried that one myself, but it is a good one to check out. So those are some good tips did you have any other technology addiction tips? I mean, we kind of ran through.
Yeah, and I think that's it. I think the biggest thing for me, I mean, we kind of joked about it, but it was like acknowledging that it was a thing. Mm-hmm. And because for the longest time, I was just like, whatever, everybody else is on their phone, whatever, I'm going to be on my phone.
Totally going to do it. Yeah.
And so I think it was, no, I need to, mine actually was reading. Like I used to love to read.
Oh, interesting.
And I hadn't touched a book in like months. Yeah. Or when I did, it took me forever to read it. And that's when I was like, okay, like something's off here, and it was the phone. Yeah. And so I think that's the big thing, and then use any of the tips that we came up with to help you out.
Yeah, for sure. So now to the fun part. Our topic for our ultimate top 5, this is what I keep, the ultimate top 5.
Ultimate top 5.
TV shows that are binge worthy.
I'm so excited.
And I don't know if I really even explained what I was getting at with this, but it's the shows that, the one ends and you're like, I have to watch the next one.
Okay, yeah.
So, that's what I mean by binge. Because I could watch episodes of Friends
over
on repeat for the rest of my life.
Yes.
But it didn't make my top 5 binge-worthy shows because I'm not compelled to watch the next one. I'm not going to stay up till 1 a.m. going just one more. Yeah.
Okay.
So it might change your list a little bit.
I think I can still squeeze some of it.
I meant to tell you, but
it's fine. We'll make it work.
It's still good. So, whoops, I'm backwards.
Oh no.
Okay, so my number 1 binge-worthy TV show is Jericho. So it's kind of a lesser-known show, but what I really loved about it, when we watched it for the first time, every time one would end, we'd be like, oh my gosh, this is the best show ever! We would be flipping out.
Watch the next one.
Yeah, and we just we blew through that super, super fast because we just had to find out what was going to happen next.
Is this the one? I think I started this one and I loved it.
Yeah.
It just was in one of those moments where I would think I was watching other ones. But isn't it a nuclear attack happened?
Yeah.
Okay,
so Jericho is this small Kansas town, and off in the distance they see a nuclear explosion.
Yes, okay, I did watch.
And then they lose power, and it kind of just is this town trying to figure out A, what's happened to the rest of the world, and B, how to function as a town with no connection to the outside world.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's so good.
I did see the first episode, and I did really like it. Yeah. So now I'm excited to go.
Yes, it is a great one. Let's see yours.
Veronica Mars.
Well, you might recognize my number 2.
I love Veronica Mars. We've talked about Veronica Mars, and I don't know what else I can say about Veronica Mars.
It's so good. And so I'll just go ahead and
we can talk
since we're still talking about Veronica Mars, I can totally reveal my number 2, which is also Veronica Mars.
Oh no, we lost a paper.
But it fell. So with Veronica Mars, I love that there's individual storylines like each episode, but there's this overarching storyline that compels me to watch the next one. I'm like, I need to find out what happens with this storyline.
Because they always have a little bit, like you said, even though it's got its own kind of thing, there's always a little bit
more pieces of like the big,
and they're like big
investigation.
Things.
Yeah, they're like the first season is the murder.
I was thinking,
but there's also kind of the other storyline of her rape and stuff like that. So like when I was first watching it, it had been out on TV a long time before I found it. And I was talking to my friend. I'm like, "Did we find out all this? Like, do we find out this? And do we find out that?" She's like, "Oh yeah, you'll find all it out." So the reveals are amazing. It's a great show.
I love that show.
We really can't say much else about it.
It's just watch it if you haven't. You can kind of see mine because
I don't know what show that is.
So my number 2, and this, I think we could make this fit under the category of you need to know what happens.
True. There is the same kind of thing with the overarching story of the whole season. There's usually a big bad that spans the whole season.
And there's it's Buffy.
Buffy.
Before we get into it.
So although it's not on my list and I'm wearing the Buffy shirt.
Yes.
It didn't make my list because I'm not compelled.
And I get that.
To watch the next episode. But there is overarching stories that you could feel.
And you get used to it and you need to keep going. Yeah. I did it just because I love watching it.
It is great. And the funny thing is I am actually watching Buffy and Angel together right now. So like I'll watch one until it gets to a spot where they interact. And then I'll go back.
And then go and watch
it. Then like continue.
Yeah,
it's been really fun.
That's a fun way to watch it.
So I was watching some Angel episodes just last night. So my number 3 is Stranger Things.
Oh, I love Stranger Things.
It's so good. And that was also one where we were like,
you have
it's like midnight, but I think I can keep going.
Like I can function off of 4 hours.
Right. It'll be all right.
When the last season came out, we specifically waited until like a Friday.
Yes.
Because we knew once we started, we were just
You weren't going to stop.
Yep.
See, so exactly. Perfect. Okay, so what's your number 3?
I am adjusting a bit because of the new rules, and I'm going to put Stranger Things actually as number 3 as well because of that same thing.
Right.
Like it was a specific... I think we took a long time to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, it took us a good couple months after everybody else had seen it to watch it. We watched an episode.
Yeah.
And then the next night watched, like, 5 episodes. And then, I think, finished it off over the weekend. So, yeah, it's definitely... I love Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is awesome. All right. My number 4 is... Lost.
I haven't finished it.
You haven't finished
But your
Lost?
husband actually spoiled it for me, so it's all his fault.
Oh, he's lame. That's another one where, like, we will blow through the whole thing. Yeah. And there's, like, 9 seasons.
Here's, I think, what happened. Because I was watching Lost, and I loved Lost. But I missed a couple episodes while it was on TV, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm lost. I'm literally lost.
Yeah.
And so that's why, and then I just haven't, because it's 9 seasons.
Yeah.
I haven't picked it.
I think it might be 7.
It feels like.
Maybe it's 9. I don't know. It's lot
It's like
of
5.
seasons. Yeah.
I stopped counting.
Right.
That's fine.
So it's a big time investment for sure.
But it is really good.
It is
like,
good.
I did really, really like Lost.
Yeah. There's so many twists and turns and like... And then they jump through time, and they're going forward and backward and sideways, and it's good times.
Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah. Okay, you're number 4.
Okay, so these ones they kind of fall under the category of they're fun to watch, and so that's why I will keep watching.
Yep, cool.
So it's Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec is so good. I agree.
I like, even though, like, there's a story, and I not necessarily feel that I need to finish the story. I'm still like, I need to watch the next episode. Like, what's going to happen next?
Yeah.
And this was another one that took me forever to watch.
Yes.
Actually.
Us too. We didn't watch it for a really long time.
Was it Drew?
Drew, oh yeah, for sure.
Another friend of ours, Drew, he like pushed and pushed and pushed, and finally I watched it. And
so he pushed Trevor, and Trevor watched like season 1, and I didn't come in and start watching until about season 2 or 3.
Probably okay.
Yeah, and that's what he was like. It's like you didn't miss much, but I have not seen any of season 1 really.
I think I find it because I like went back and watched season 1 with Ben, and I was like, I don't remember any of this. So I think I started on 2 as well.
Sure.
And then went back. And as I watched season 1, it's good.
But it's not as good
But
as
it's not as
the
good
rest
as the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's super.
That is a really good show. We love that. Yeah.
Yes.
And then another one, a Hulu original, 11/22/63.
I need to watch this.
You do
this
need
is
to watch
one
this.
That's on my mind.
So this is James Franco, and the title of the show is the date of Kennedy's assassination. Yes. And he finds this like rabbit hole basically that takes you back in time, but it takes you to a very specific moment in time. And it's a few years before the assassination. So like he stays there, because then anytime you go back to your present time, if you go back to that moment that you came back.
Okay, so there's no like time loss.
No, like no. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, and when you go back in time, like when you go back to the 60s, like he can't come back and then go back and still be there at 63. He would have to like stay there until this date.
Interesting.
So he kind of like ingrains himself in the world and everything, and he's trying to prevent Kennedy's assassination.
Oh, interesting.
It is so good. Yeah. And it's only one season, like, so it's
Do they like
easy
finish it?
Yeah,
like,
they
okay,
totally
good.
finish everything. Some people are pissed about the ending, but I liked it. So,
okay, well,
anyway.
I watch it. Okay, my last one. This is one
so
we're watching now.
I can see it, so I'm like, it's so good.
Arrested Development. And that one, it's again, I don't know, like, I'm not super compelled to finish the story.
Right.
But also it's just so funny
It
that
is so good.
My favorite part out of all of it is when you get to the, like, next step on Arrested Development, and it's nothing.
Right.
Nothing that you just see happens. And that the first time I watched through it took me, like, too long. A good couple episodes to realize that that's not actually happening on the next step. Like,
I will say this about Arrested Development. We did binge that. Like, we kept wanting to go.
Yeah.
That, like, even though it's a comedy and you're not like, oh,
like
what's
drama,
gonna happen?
you still, like, get drawn in.
Yeah, and you want to keep going. So that's a good pick. Yeah, good job.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So
here we go.
let's do the ultimate top 5. I feel like
Veronica Mars,
deserves a place at the top
because
because we love Veronica Mars.
We do love Veronica Mars.
And Stranger Things is also on both of our list.
So I'll move these.
Okay. And then I'm going to go with Buffy.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I'm wearing her shirt.
Have to go with Buffy.
Gotta go with Buffy.
Always go with Buffy.
And I feel like Arrested Development deserves 5th place. So
that means I'm gonna, as much as I love Parks and Rec, I'm gonna put it away.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you. The only one I've seen.
Oh, that's right. You haven't even seen the other ones.
But
hard to do best of then.
But
yes,
I did. I also did really like Jericho.
Okay,
Again, I saw Jericho, and I would say, I probably maybe would do that.
All right.
There you go.
I think that is our ultimate top 5. Okay.
So
ultimate top 5 of TV shows that are completely binge worthy.
Yes.
Veronica Mars.
Stranger
Stranger Things. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Jericho. And Arrested Development. If you have not watched any of these,
go.
Block out a weekend because you're not going to want to
use the apps to block your notifications.
Block your notifications from your phone.
And watch.
And binge on these TV shows until Netflix judges you and says,
Are you still
watching?
Yes, I am. Thanks.
Stop judging me, Netflix. Okay, let's pick next week's topic. Tomorrow's topic.
I can't open it. Tracking fitness with tech.
Tracking fitness with tech. Vivo Active. Okay. Awesome. Okay, that's our topic for next week.
Yay!
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.